And we're back, and we just saw the power of the Arachnotron on full display. Surprised even me. Let's not try snipe any more of them then. I did just go up here and get the secret Soul Sphere. I just need to get the rocket launcher. Oh, missed it. Try again. There is another secret we can get to. In here, this is teased. Load of big health cache. Deal with these guys. Our exits here, the yellow key. Oh, we've got some cacodemons on us as well. Where did they get in? I didn't know they could do that. So we head up here. And all of these secrets are teased. You know, you can see all of them before you get to them. Here we go. Head down here. And then we can actually open up here. So that's quite a cool secret. Secret doors are something that I think that's underutilized. Like not secrets that reward you with like guns or ammo, but secrets that open up new ways to move around the level. Which is of course what E1M1 did really well in some ways, was those secret doors that link things together. So I think don't just experiment with hiding soul spheres. See if you can make secrets that let players move around in different ways. Refueling base in particular, you know, Doom 2, that's got a great example of using secrets to let the player get an advantage on the enemy, letting them get into monster closets actually and kill them before they open is something that feels really good, and that's a really nice secret. So maybe that's something you could try. So we do need to go back to get the red key, but we'll clear out this place first. Ooh. This is another secret, and then the final one here. So that's the example of letting you get a drop on a monster closet. It lets you kill those two chain gunners before they actually become a problem, which is nice and rewarding. There's some imps in here. What we can see out here, we get a few more snipings going. Now Revenant's a problem, but if you're eagle-eyed, you know, use the windows, you deal with that Revenant before it's a problem. Even deal with these cacodemons. So a patient player gets rewarded because they've got lots of sniping opportunities. A player that's running through it, rushing, will miss those opportunities to get a snipe and get an advantage. So let me hit this. It's going to lower. Not particularly challenging trap. Get bit by a Spectre. Okay. Oh, we head down here. Those lifts are actually inspired by Double Impact's E1M3, where I think, or 2, where you take a lift into a giant computer maze, probably M2 then. And for some reason I'd never thought to do that myself, so I took that from Double Impact, the fact you step on a lift and it takes you to this lower maze-like area. So the red key's there. But something bad's going to happen when we get it. Oh, Archvile cheap, predictable. What I actually should have done is, because it's such a tight area, is just spawned in like a load of smaller enemies instead. That would have been more engaging. Because an Archvile by itself, when you've got a fully loaded SSG, not too difficult. And he doesn't really have enough corpses down there to resurrect either. Actually spawning him farther away might have been a good idea. So here we are. It's quite bright. I don't remember it being this bright. So my outdoor areas kind of, when we get into the map 20s, we'll see that I've become more sophisticated with them. That's because for a long time, all the maps that I was making just personally, the outdoor areas, just brightness 256, why not, we're outside, sun shining, easy peasy, it looks okay. And I think the brightness of this is probably 208, 224. I don't think there's any big issue with it. Some people really don't like it. And definitely having everything full bright, yeah, sure, maybe. So I did tone it down on most of them. So hit the switch, we're going to lower that, raise that over there, and also raise this as well. And a rare appearance of a pain elemental. Not an enemy that I really know how to use properly. I find them quite aggravating to play against. But I know that if used properly, they can be a great high pressure enemy, and if a player doesn't deal with them quickly enough, can cause significant problems. Here we go, get the blue key here, looks nice. And then where are we going? Blue key, it's over here, because my levels are interconnected. There we go. That's going to link us back to here. Easy peasy. Through here. I believe this map was sketched on paper, so that was intentional. We've got a few little divots and dips here. So we've just gone from a big outdoor area to a really small, that texture misaligning actually. Oh, I might fix that. Gone from a really big area to a dark inside area, and this is where using a single monster can be really challenging for a player. I think maybe if that was actually a Baron and it walked down here, that could be even more challenging. Or maybe cheap, you decide. Got another trap here once we cross this, so we'll just run back out. Because I know where the traps are, so I'm not going to get stuck by them. So this is another example of interconnectivity. This is an area we've been to previously, but we're seeing it from a new angle. Oh, let's head down here. See the yellow key there? And we've just got 2 Macubus, 2 Revenants to deal with. Quite tight quarters. Let's have that Revenant in fight. Who's going to win? Oh, the Revenant, of course. Right, there's 2 switches. There's a secret switch, and there's a switch that lowers the yellow key. And look at this, we're back at the start. Awesome, right? Great example of interconnectivity, looping back to the beginning, and that leads us straight to this door over here. For our final fight, we're back outside. Just got a few more chain gunners to deal with. Ooh, where are they? This is a bit rough. There we go. It's a bit barren out here really, isn't it? It's quite empty. I think this guy's going to actually kill me. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use Resurrect. Sorry. I'm not making another video. So, we've just got these guys to deal with. Let's just get the Revenants in as well. That's going to open the door to the exit. Let's just start some infighting. This area's kind of bad, isn't it? Looking back on it, it's wide open. They're really easy to fight through. So how would I improve this area? First of all, it needs some shading, doesn't it? And it probably needs potentially reducing in size, or maybe more damaging floors. Maybe like a sea of lava with some islands that you have to hop to and from, perhaps. So it's still as large, but the player needs to be more careful with their movement. So let's start clearing up. Because we're going to take the secret exit. So that leads to MAP16, a pain base. There's these bars here. Oh, have I not done 2 of them? Okay, there's another bar I need to do. I've got 1 more to do. Okay, there's 1 more switch we need to hit. And I believe it's up by where the backpack is. And that's how we're going to get to the secret level. There it is. So that's the secret level open. And off we trot. Here we go. So that's Infernal Archives done. Really good level, trap filled, difficult on a first time playthrough. Lots of secrets inside it as well. Nice outdoor indoor contrast. Generally just pretty good level. Maybe not as memorable as MAP14, but still quite moody, atmospheric. It feels like an Infernal Archive. Right then, the next map is Power Trip, MAP31, the secret level, the first secret level. Let's see if we can do it. This is a tough map. Let's go. So a divergent path emerges, taking you deeper into the depths of hell. I.e., welcome to the secret level. Here we go. We've got to get out immediately. And then these 2 archviles are going to teleport in, the ones that we saw at the beginning. There's lots of cover, but we've got to move around. We've got this crazy music going from Gundam Wing, Endless Duel. People say it's from Valiant, it's not. Skill Soldiers used it from Gundam Wing as well, because it's awesome. And let's just restart. Let's go for it. This fight is really difficult. Originally there were like 4 or 5 archviles, and through a lot of tweaking I ended up turning it down. Oh no! Let's keep going. Maybe I'm getting unlucky with the rockets. That's destroying me. I used to be able to do this first try, but it's fast enough and short enough that we can just keep redoing it. So this is, I guess, a challenge map for whoever finds the secret level. It's just quite a short but intense slaughterfest. It was originally, get this, MAP16. I don't know why the hell I thought that was a good idea, but that got replaced by a new map, Pain Base, when people were saying this is a really weird difficulty spike. So I relegated to secret map, and I think it fits a lot better there. It uses the green sky. So, green sky from the last city episode. Let's hit these switches. So that first fight with the doors raising and the archviles teleporting in, the hot start, that's the only idea I had for this map. The rest is kind of just made up. Some of it's okay, some of it's not that good. This next fight is quite good, and the one after it is, and then the final one is a little bit of filler because I ran out of ideas. Just deal with these guys. That's just to guide you in the right direction. We're going to save and head down here. Deal with the Mancubus. Deal with these geezers. Get ready to fight. I think probably over like 100 enemies or something. Let's see, the kill count's 23. Let's see how many we deal with. Here we go. Cyber Demon and just like a ridiculous amount of revenants, and I might die just because I ate that rocket. Loads of Mancubus up there as well. It's just absolute lunacy. Let's give it a go. Got to do it without getting hit. Got to do it perfect now. Originally, this fight was much harder. This fight isn't that bad really, as long as you keep moving. But originally there were Hell Knights, there were Barons. Every inch of this ground arena had a monster in it. It was just packed to the brim. And yeah, I died. So I ate a rocket. Let's try again. Oh, here we go again. Right. Strategy is to infight. Oh, and I ate another rocket. Fantastic. Unlucky. Doesn't matter, I like the challenge. As long as the MIDI's still playing, absolutely fantastic. So that's what we want the Cyber Demon to fight just everybody. And we'll deal with the dregs. So this fight's quite fun because there's no safe place. You can't camp anywhere because if you stand in here the Revenants come and get you, and if you stand still out here the Mancubus just fry you. So you need to keep constantly moving. So if you're making an arena fight, you need to look at, are there any safe spots? Do I want there to be any safe spots? And if not, how are you going to stop that? Plutonia, of course, uses resurrecting chain gunners to make areas constantly hot, I guess. So you need to be thinking, how do I make my areas constantly hot? Do I want them to be constantly hot? I'm going to drop a save there. I am save scum. It's actually harder to deal with the Mancubus after everybody's dead. Should be pretty softened up. And we're just gonna, let's just go for it. I'm sure it'll work. Or maybe not. Let's keep going. The worst bit about every slaughter fight is the cleanup afterwards. You can minimise it, you can never get rid of it. Ways to minimise it: make sure the player's got a surplus of ammo, or potentially you can find a way to find secret switches that activate crushers, maybe. Teleport in barrels if you can do that in your map format. Just think very carefully about how many monsters you really need, because sometimes less is usually more with the big slaughter fights. This is probably too many Mancubus just because the cleanup just takes a little bit longer. And there we go, so we get 2 keys. Don't know why I didn't just make it 2 switches, but keys are fun. And it's such a short map anyway, who cares? Right, guess who's going to be behind this? Another single arch file. Pointless. What I should have done is put a teleport line here, so he teleports into all the dead Revenants and then causes a big problem for you. Anyway, I'm going to get here, get the blue key, get this, and all seeding textures there. Look at that, full of bugs. And we're going to drop down here. This is quite a fun one, because we've got to keep moving forward, because behind us an army of Hell Knights are spawning. So we've got to carve through that, get through all the imps, and then we can turn around and deal with the Hell Knights. Otherwise we're going to get surrounded. Ooh. Let's try plasma gun. Usually I use rockets, but let's try plasma. This seems to be going a little bit better. We might be able to get around the side of them. Yeah, this will be a bit tricky. There we go. Oh. And now we can deal with them here. Tough fight. Well, especially when you're going with like 7 health. So a better player than me would be fine. go. And then we just got to do some cleanup. So, the player's already got the plasma gun, but I put it here to give a recommendation that the for these misalignments that the player get the plasma gun out. So you can do that if you think a player should use a certain weapon for certain fights. Display it, make them pick it up again to say you should probably use this gun. We drop down here, and then we just get this. Absolute lunacy. Really easy to get out of though. And just circle straight, but for spectacle alone, I like it. Then we just got some space, we go with the rocket, go mad. It's pretty brainless, but it's pretty entertaining. We gotta just keep going. Well, final wave of revenants and magpie to deal with. This room is filler, basically. Pretty pointless. Because I was worried about the level ending too early, because it felt too short without this room, but I don't really know what this room adds. Not much, really. So, we want to get to the secret exit, not the regular one. Regular exit's there, but if we shoot these eyeballs, there we go. The lift will lower, or raise even, then we can take it to new heights. This round here. And oh, I wonder what could be in the secret level. Here we go. So that's Power Trip done. Lives up to its name, I think. Absolutely action-packed. Go, go, go. But of course, think very carefully about how you construct your arena fights. How long are they going to last? Do you want any safe spots? If not, you need to test to see, can the player, cheese out the cyber demon by hiding behind cover? Can they just instigate a mass infighting party and hide in a corner? So check your arena fights. See if they could be cheesed. The next map is called Keen to Hunt, and we'll play it in just a moment.